What remains of the Capitol Inn and Suites in Pierre is cool now. Frost and ice cover the charred building, but this fire is still hot on everyone's mind. It took nearly 18 hours for fire crews to get that fire under control, and firefighters are still there at this hour, making the building safe enough for investigators to enter. The hotel was more than a quick stop for many people in Pierre, housing a lot of people who didn't make enough to live anywhere else. KSFY's Brian Allen tells us tonight what everyone in Pierre is doing now to help their neighbors in need.
Firefighters here in Pierre say this blaze lasted a total of 18 hours, starting at 4 o'clock Tuesday afternoon and being extinguished at 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning. The images and memories of what happened here will stay with people for a long time to come, some for different reasons. The image of fire tearing through the Capitol Inn and Suites was intense, the flames punishing the structure as flames leapt toward the sky. Austin Huckins saw it in person and up close.
Huge plumes of smoke and 20-foot flames.
Huckins is a 20-year-old volunteer firefighter with the Fort Pierre Fire Department. He was among the first on the scene and among the last to go home. He says this is the largest fire he has ever fought.
It was huge. It took the whole top floor, whole top part of that hotel. And we were there for from like 4 to, I think I was there till 1 o'clock in the morning, just fighting fire. It's cold.
Investigators spent much of the afternoon on the scene, clearing debris from the area and securing the structure. So the process of figuring out how this fire started can really jump into gear.
Yeah, just scared for my clients, because I handle their money and that's what they're going to need if they don't have anything else.
Just a few blocks away, another process related to the fire is also jumping into gear.
You know, since early this morning is trying to find food and shelter and clothing.
Jeremy Buckholz works at Oahe Incorporated, an outreach group that helps the mentally and physically disabled. They're people on fixed incomes. They could afford to pay the rent at Capitol Inn and Suites. Now their home is gone.
This is a loss of your family and your friends and things like that. We're lucky that nobody died in the fire and no firemen were hurt.
Donations are coming into Jeremy's office, enough to cover the immediate needs of the 8 people Jeremy works with who were displaced. But while the short-term needs are being met, helping these folks long-term will be a challenge.
It sounds like a motel, but in this town we have no housing, so it is a home for many. Most of the motels in this town are.
And the mystery of why this happened remains unanswered for now. The fire swept through Capitol Inn and Suites, going from the west side of the structure all the way over to the east side. And on the east side is a well-known gas station here in Pierre. Our team coverage continues now with KSFY News reporter Logan Bartness, who speaks with the clerk who was on duty as the flames drew near.
Well, firefighters helped Capitol Inn and Suites by turning fire into ice. Checkers opened their doors to help them stay warm.
About 4 o'clock, the smoke started to come in the store, and it was not as bad at first. But the more the people came in and out, it started to get heavier.
Becky Londo was working at Checkers gas station when the fire started.
By about 5:15, they had us outside evacuating the store.
When they were allowed back in, they went to work helping the people who help us. The firefighters battling the blaze took shelter inside.
You know, when they came in, it was just like whatever we can do to help, whether it's, you know, the bathroom or some water or coffee to warm you up or just somewhere to go to be warm.
She said she couldn't believe her eyes when she left and the flames were still sky high.
And it was pretty scary just to see it from the other side and see how big the flames were. It's very unfortunate that people lost all their items and fortunate that they kept their lives. And like I said, it didn't happen in the nighttime where people weren't there. A lot of people weren't there.
Becky's glad her work stepped up and put helping firefighters in front of making money. In Pierre, Logan Bartness, KSFY News.
The investigative process into determining what started this fire specifically is underway, although in baby steps. We can tell you at least one agent with the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms was on scene today taking a look around. We can also tell you that debris was being removed to make this entire area easier to access for more investigators. We are reporting in Pierre tonight. Brian Allen, KSFY News.
And a reminder, the Red Cross is organizing a resource meeting tomorrow for anyone affected by the hotel fire. It'll be a one-stop shop for assistance. That starts at 9:30 in the morning and runs until 5 at the United Methodist Church in Pierre.